don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. Pulpopish? Can you tell me how you got into crypto, how you got into Wax, and how you got into your project? Just a kind of a brief summary of it.
Very brief summary. Well, Boona, who is the other founder, is not here right now because he's uber busy and he's just had a kid. Not literally, his partner had a kid. That would be unheard of. And he's a graphic designer. And I don't know, like 2021 January, I just started, getting into crypto and putting $5 worth here and there, thinking I was getting rich. And my friend started like sharing some NFTs that he had, and I said to Boona, because he's an artist, he's been an artist forever, I said, why don't we just design some zombies and see if people like them? And they did. And it just went from there.
Wow.
Yep. He was, I've known Boona 20 years, nearly.
Okay. I see it now, guys. I do have the wrong Twitter. I'll fix that up. So there's a Twitter called Tales of the Crypto, huh? Okay.
I think he's like some influencer or something.
Okay, I'll fix that up right after the stream. Thank y'all. All right, so cool. You just started and liked it. So and we can start screen sharing right away if you wanted to already start looking at art. But essentially, you have a lot of zombie themed comic type stuff, and it's also a game, right? A play to earn game. So
yeah, that was definitely not originally on our plan at first, but the community grew and we kind of just went with what we thought we wanted, and it seemed to go well.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, let's go ahead and turn on your screen share. Boop. Yeah. Let's bring me back here. My second scene got deleted. That's why I can't switch quick now. All right, I have your screen up. Yeah, why don't you just start anywhere you want, your website or anything, art, NFTs, whatever, and just explain the whole project, wherever you want to start.
We've got two collections, believe it or not. We've got Tales to Crypto and we've got Crypto Deads, and Crypto Deads specifically for the game. All the NFTs in the Crypto Deads collection and all the schemes within will almost definitely connect to the game in one way or another, or be purchasable in the game, which I'll go into more detail soon. We've also got Tales to Crypto, like I said, which is where it all started, where a lot of the early experimentation started and kind of grew and grew and grew. And some of our older stuff is it's just the disparity between all the art. There's a huge difference between the styles. We've got lots and lots of different art styles, and Boona just changed them all out, believe it or not. I'll go via this, and I'll just show you the market. I'll show you some of the items, the schemas. So we started originally with zombies. Just these were the basic zombies we were doing, if you can see them, and they were all kind of like. They were all just kind of like crypto themed, and it was all just.
And it was just art, right? Just making cool art, zombie themed art.
We were just making art, and that's all there was to it, and we just didn't.
Cool.
We weren't sure what the direction was going to be. We were just. Boona was enjoying doing it. I was enjoying with the community and spreading the word and developing the Twitter and everything else, and it kind of just grew way out of proportion initially and took over our lives to the point where we had to set boundaries of how long we were online, and it was huge.
Nice.
But we moved on. We started changing our styles, and what we did originally, we moved on from the zombies and we started doing something called still deaths, which were like lower mint portraits of people that you may recognize, like GoPro or Morg Zuckerberg or Warren Snuffet, and again they were popular, so we just carried on making more, and if people wanted to get them and buy them, then we were going to produce them. And it was still early days. We still didn't have any major plans beyond the art at this point. And then we changed the style up, and we did something called Crypto Deads. So originally, CryptoDead Series 1 was just an art piece, a collection where people could buy packs and they could collect the different zombie heads, and they were just zombies initially. And we added different different kinds of NFTs to it, so you could buy like hunters and reborns and zombies, which are all the factions within the game, which I will go on to talk about. And we added something called the Beacon. And the Beacon is an NFT that people could they could specifically trade in for their likeness, and their likeness would get made into an NFT for Series 2 of CryptoDeads. But so every single character, all of the commons, all of the uncommons, all of the rares are all members of our community. Every one of them. So I mean, knowing that, and then you look back at them, I'll show you in a sec. You'll see some influences in there as well. Like we've got Sammy Snake as one of them, and there's a few other people.
Waffles Kitty's in there. We'll look at that zombie too. And then
Yeah, Waffles Kitty is a zomic.
Or zomic. Yeah, I guess there's a different from each other.
Yeah, we've got a lot of schemers, as you may see.
Okay.
But yeah, I won't go into each detail for each one because it will be here for hours. But
yeah.
I'll show you the crypto there quickly, and I'll just so I can get my point across. So we've got different characters. Each one is a member of the community. Jeff Mortis is actually in the chat now. That's that Jeff UIUC. We've got multiple people in here from different places within the WAX community, and they are immortalized within the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just a snippet of some of the art. Like I said, I won't go on too much down the rabbit hole because there's a lot of it.
Yeah, you got all this zombie art, so and you'll be well, you can dive into the game more in the next section. Maybe that's better. So you can keep looking at art, but essentially you're having these arts and you're going to use them in the game, huh?
Yes. So any of these are usable in CryptoDead. So you've got characters here, obviously different rarities. The higher the rarity, the better the yield. But yeah, we've got weapons which can be used, and they're faction specific. We've got lands that are tokens. We've got extractors that earn our token on our staking page. And lots more. Like we've got raffle tickets, and you can buy these raffle tickets in our store, which I can show you again shortly when we go onto the game.
Mm-hmm. And I saw that in the description of the raffle tickets, you stream weekly, and then you do like wheel spins during the stream, and that's what the tickets are for.
Yes, so the tickets are kind of like premium items. You buy them they're relatively cheap in terms of like wax conversion. And then you get a wheel spin. The Steve Buscemi Wheel of Love will spin, and you will get yourself potentially some quite good NFTs in the process. And you buy these raffle tickets in our store.
Awesome. Hey, by the way, the Twitter is updated in the bounty block. I don't know if there was more errors, but the one where you had to follow, it's updated. So you can go ahead and do that the correct one. All right.
Old Mankey, I prefer any of the like traditional viral, aerial, fungal zombies. They're all my kind of thing.
Nice. Did you catch the Last of Us premiere?
I'm waiting to watch it. I'm waiting to watch it.
I won't say
I haven't got.
It's amazing.
I haven't got the TV subscription here, and I'm kind of like, it kind of annoys me that I have to do that.
It looks to be an amazing zombie show. So
yeah,
that is cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's look at a little bit more art before we do a grubfish. What else you got here?
Okay, so we've got some molds here. So mold, for example, is these get dropped once a month and they multiply in people's wallets to an extent. If they got too many, they don't multiply because we end up with tens of thousands. When you get an X amount of molds, you can then blend them into a weapon. Which is used in game, and that is a super rare weapon. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. It might not be any for sale though, but let's see. There we go. We got multiple molds will be blended into a mold launcher, and and here's another piece of art.
A
This is the art for it.
Cool. I like the spinning thing. A mold launcher, eh?
Yeah, so that's just another piece of art for the work. I'll show you some of the lands as well.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
the lands are all based on real places that are in and around mine and Boona's life, and we've obviously modified them. For example, this is kind of like an amalgamation of places by where I went to university. So that's kind of like a bit like the campus that I studied in, and then we've got other stuff like I'm trying to get a good image, so like factories. I mean, this isn't a direct copy, illustration of it, but it's like the kind of factories around where, again, me and Boone grew up. Just
Cool.
stuff like that we've kind of integrated. We've got extractors. These are kind of fun. So I am a biologist. I'm not a mycologist, so I'm not a mushroom expert, but I really like mycology. I like mushrooms. So we thought the lore is available on our paper, by the way, which is our white paper. So if people do want to read the story, they can find it there. But each rarity of extractor is a different mushroom, a different fungus. So, and they're all real ones. So Cortinarius violaceus there, for example.
Oh, that matches the show even more because that's how The Last of Us is. Well, that's cool.
Oh.
That's so cool that you already are doing that in your collection. You specified the mushroom, the fungus.
Yeah, well, I've read a lot. Me and Boona have read a lot of zombie books and seen a lot of zombie films, and
Of course, The
played
Last
a
of
lot
Us
of
is
zombies.
a video game too, so that lore was pre-existing. But
Yeah.
in the premiere, they mentioned the fungus that takes over ants and stuff. So
Well, that's the thing. The cordyceps
yeah.
fungus is in that a lot of people know about anyway, especially like biologists like myself. It's just something that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
so yeah,
that's awesome. That I think it's neat that you're highlighting some, like kind of almost a real world story of how it got there.
yeah. So yeah, we tried to keep it as realistic as possible within the confines of an unrealistic situation. Um, we've got common weapons. There's some of the art there. Each faction has its own weapons. So this one, flesh sabers, are specific to the reborns. Tell me if you want me to keep it on the screen longer. By the way, we've got. I'll go to the more epic weapons because they're more fun.
Cool.
So we've got Mukchuk, which is literally as you'd imagine, it's a zombie throwing its turd, and that's the weapon. So if you think of it in terms of the lore, you've got these rampant zombies taking over, and they're throwing all of their body matter, all of their moistness at you, shall I say, and infecting everyone.
A muck chuck.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we've got rare weapons as well. So another example, we've got a spinal column, which is obviously a zombie weapon. So they're just swinging around someone's
That's hilarious. A spinal
decapitated
column.
torso. Yeah, or we've just got the boring human stuff, you know.
The battle
skill-
axe. It's really
We've got a
cool
battle
art. How many artists are working on it? Or is it just one?
one.
Oh, very cool. What?
Yeah, he's sorry.
How does Mob help? How are you involved, Mob?
Well, I'm more working on Discord and tokenomics and such.
Okay.
So I'm, let's say, have a more supportive role in it.
Cool. And your artist, assume is on your team. How many others are on the team beyond the three of you?
We've got. Oh, sorry, go on, Mob.
Yeah, well, then we have Jaded, who is doing a similar role like me, helping with tokenomics, general operations and such. And then we have a team of mods. A couple of them are in the chat already. I've seen Sumerian and Jeff.
Oh, cool.
And we also have RMC and Dread Pirate.
All right.
So that's let's say the core team. Then we also have some other roles, some facilities managers, who are also having a kind of mod role. Yeah, that's about it. It's a small team, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool though. Got all your different roles. Definitely got a lot of stuff going on. You're at NFTopia. You used to do Digicons. I had a fun time last time with you at the booth. So thanks for getting the booth this time, and of course we'll have an event. We'll have an event on Sunday. That's when the Breakman zombie will drop, and lots of other things happening this weekend too. We're gonna make our way towards the grubfish, but after that you can still continue right on going. You can look at more art, explain the game part of it. Yep. And before that, I also want to highlight the prizes for this the grubfish, which are a couple zombies. But the grubfish is live. We got 37. Go ahead and join it. Go ahead and join that bad boy. I'm gonna turn your screen share off for now. Boop. All right. Go ahead and join that bad boy. And let's see what these cool prizes look like. Now, the Breakman zombie is not ready yet. We just have a little teaser on the puzzle game. That was a teaser. The actual one will be like a full panel with all a bunch of stuff on it. And you'll get to see that on Sunday when it drops. But basically, this guy is like on the puzzle game. This is going to be a pack with 5 characters. Oh, that's cool. That's a prize on the puzzle game. We got all these raffle tickets we're talking about. Actually, that's what the grubfish prizes are. It's raffle tickets. So this raffle ticket is good for January 2023. Hold on to this until it expires. You'll be entered into our weekly wheel spins for prizes. So you actually get on a live stream every week? I don't know if I've ever seen you live yet. Maybe I have.
Yeah, we tend to do Wednesdays, and soon, I've got a child due in a month, so obviously it might put a spanner in the works.
You might just be at a different time. I might be sleeping when you're on. But yeah, so that's cool. So definitely follow the Twitch. And bing bang boom, you can, if you have one of these raffle tickets, you can win. What kinds of things do you win if you get pulled on a raffle?
You can win our tokens. We've got 2 tokens for the game. You can win NFTs, you can win packs. Lots of stuff.
Cool. And it's all your collection. Which
yes,
is plenty of NFTs in there. So, but the fact that you can win token too, that's cool too. You can win token. And then we got these, and now these are one of them, this cowboy looking one's on the puzzle game. The other 2 are on the bounty block. So these ones would be. Hey, explain that. Well, this is a crypto dead. Is that something like what the Breakman one is, or is it's different?
Different. So this is one of the characters that I was saying that it was made from one of our collectors. And those 3 that you've got there are all from a different faction. So the green are the humans or the hunters, the blue are the reborn, and the red are the zombies. So if you had one of these, you could go onto our game if you had some of our token and just start playing and earning NFTs and earning more tokens, basically.
Okay, so yeah, you said a hunter, a zombie, and a reborn. Is this or this is the zombie? And these are based on real people, just like in the space. Brett Retcher is somebody in the wax space, right? I don't know. Yeah. I haven't talked to him, but yeah, I've seen him, I think.
Yeah, every one of them is somebody who sent us the special NFT and a photograph of themselves and signed a Google form saying that we're okay to use the likeness.
Mm-hmm. Did I sign that yet? It don't matter to me, though. All right, and then this one. What's this one? Is that a reborn? So that's
reborn are the blue ones. I'll go into details in the game when we're playing. Cool. But think of reborns as people who were people who became zombies and were kind of cured, but the humans being humans don't want anything to do with them.
I gotcha. Okay, I can see a storyline in this now. Very, very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's do a grubbers, and then after that, we'll look into the game.
Good.
Let's go ahead and do. I got 3 tickets for this one. Oh, 43 people. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Let's do first, 20th, and 40th. First, 20th, and 40th get a raffle ticket. The person that kills the most grubs get a pack of 1 promo NFT from ConsumerBreak. And then after this one, we'll dive right back into the screen share, and we'll look at the actual game and how you can use the NFTs. What's up, OP Influencer? Nice to have you here. What's up, Team Vanguards? Oof, rabbit, penny bags. Thank you all for being here. All right, as soon as I turn these, turn our faces off, we'll get going on this one. So get ready to explode. Oh, here we go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, good luck.
Look at all those grubfish.
People like to explode when I have prizes to the the big exploder. Usually we get more than this though. They're shooting for that first place maybe. But the beauty of it is you can win even if you're close to last. Because I got a 40th in there. Thank you all for being here today. This was interesting. I love the artwork. There's a lot more artwork that you didn't look at. So obviously anybody's welcome to look at the templates in the collection and check out all the actual art in detail and see what it's all like. Very cool.
A lot of ideas.
Yeah. And when you dive into the game, we'll see how it actually all fits together and stuff. So that's a very cool project. You got a lot of sales too. I saw secondary. That means you got a lot of people in the community that love the project. I love to hear that and see that, especially in a bear market. You got an active Discord with people that can help. So all those links are on the bounty block. That's one way to get to them.
I know it's cliche to people to say that it's all about the community, but from the very beginning, we were all about building a community and making it like just comfortable for people. We didn't want any pardon my French, knobheads in there. We want everyone to feel welcome, and
Yeah.
we embraced that from early on. And I think we have got a good lot of core collectors.
That's what it's all about right there, especially in Wax. I see it a lot. I see a lot all about community. Not just the community and amongst themselves, but the community and the creators. You guys are in there talking with them and you're making your collection based on what they give you feedback. So that's exactly how it should be in this kind of space. So I love seeing that type of stuff. Great community for sure, says OP. All right. Happiest Discord community, perhaps the strangest. I heard that. All right, congratulations, Pili. You got a raffle ticket. Do they have to be present at the stream to win, or do they just got to hold?
Oh, because we use bounty blocks to trace all holders of tickets.
Okay, great. Demi Berlin, yeah, you missed the first part, but we're still here for a little bit longer, so no worries there. So if you hold a raffle ticket, you will be entered into the weekly giveaways, and I guess you'll be airdropped if you win. I don't know if you'll notify them, but
yeah, we sometimes do if we remember, but they always get them airdropped.
Okay,
and at the end of each month, they can blend the tickets into the newer one.
Okay, great. So, Pili, you got one of those, and then also 20th was Viper Czar got one of those. Is that one of your community members that already has one, maybe?
Who?
Viper.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
recognize them.
Well, welcome, Viper. I don't know if you're regular to the stream. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And then 40th place, which I have up here in my list, and that was Neon Cat 543. You got a raffle ticket. And then lastly, our biggest exploder here, Never Say Die. Never say die. Well, you certainly said die today. There, Never Say Die. You just said it. You just killed 7 grubs, you grub murderer. You will get a pack of 1 promo. And shouts to Dash Gaming and Cheshire Scott. Whatever your name is. No offense. Cheshire Scott, thank you for attempting. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. The next Grubfish is live. You guys can join. We're gonna circle back in about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. We are at NFTopia. You can come over. The link is bit.ly/NFTopia1, like it says right here below my face. And you can come to the fishing pond, which is in the picnic area, which is right behind you when you enter. It's the door on the right. But please note that there's updates going on. It might be a little bit slower than normal, and there's no communication at the moment inside the place. You can still come here and fish. See, you're still here. We're still here. You still see the avatars, and you can fish. And the biggest fish here on the leaderboard will still get a prize. Let's look at let's look at how we're looking. Come on, leaderboard. But you just can't you can't communicate with people until tomorrow. They're working on an update. That's all it is. So Ham Crusher, I don't know how old. Like it's supposed to reset, I think, every day. Maybe it doesn't do it every day. So I think all we can go by is what this says, because I don't know who's on the stream that played. All we can do is what we said. So whoever's at the very top at the end of the stream, Ham Crusher and Jess of MJ at the moment will win a nice little prize from us. All right, but it's just for fun and to kind of be in here and use the convention. Of course, here this weekend, starting tomorrow, is going to be daily events. Not daily, but hourly events throughout the whole weekend. And after the interview's over, I'll explain more about that and talk about the stuff that we're doing for that. All right, so let's move on. I got your screen share back. You're looking at art. You can look at more art if you like, but then pivot into the game and how it all works.
Yeah, cool. I just thought I'd show you this. This is another little cool thing that we did. You could basically buy packs of body parts and you could blend them into the full part. So that's just another little thing that we did. So it's called Build a Body, kind of like Build a Bear. And if you got each part of the torso, you could make them up into the full body, if you see there. That's just another one. But yeah, all of these NFTs will stake on our system, including the NFT that we're dropping on Sunday in collab with you guys. So that will also be stakeable. I will load up. I want to show one more thing before we go to the game, just so you've got it fresh in your mind.
Cool. Tissue says that the fishing record's from Monday. Well, maybe it is, but I don't know who's going to be new, so I think we'll just go with what the leaderboard said. If you can manage to get 2.24, you'll get a prize, basically.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
It's okay. So we've got the Rotten Caravan here, which, if you look closely, is a lovely little lady, presumably, riding on a little caravan through the wasteland. And if they visit you, or you, let's just say for game information, if you're holding one of these Rotten Caravans, you will get airdropped monthly special boosters that are only available via purchase otherwise. So yeah, that's just, I wanted to show that before I go into the game and the staking. So on TOTCgame.io, we've got before we go anywhere, actually the artwork is obviously very vitrified and 90s computer gamey. We've tried to make it look really old.
Yeah, about the style. That's right. So talk about that a little more. Yeah, 90s era. What inspired you to kind of have this entire style? Because it does have a very unique kind of comic-like style that's older.
We again, me and Boona are children of the 90s. We were born late 80s, grew up in the 90s, and I grew up on Sega Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and obviously the graphics from then are quite similar to this blocky 16-bit, 2-bit stuff that you see here. And when I think of games, or when Boona thinks of games, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but we've spoken about it. We think of those kind of, 2D side scrollers with very limited detail, and I don't look on that negatively, obviously. I look on that positively, and I think it looks great. And we thought we'll just build the aesthetic based around that style, and it's what we like, and the community like it, they like it, and it turns out, well, they did.
Awesome.
So we've got, obviously, this is just like a bloodstained Commodore 64 or Amiga or something from the olden days. And if you have NFTs, you can go to the staking tab, which is already open, and click stake. And then I'm not logged in, so let's log in. You can stake your asset through here. You can claim your asset, your tokens from Claim Rads. If you look at the top, you can see I've got this many Rads and this many Zoms. Okay, without going too much detail, the Zomb is a premium currency that you earn from the game, and you only earn from the game. Rads is something you can earn from staking, and the Rads allow you to purchase some non-premium items in the store, and they also allow you to go on raids. Raids are basically the click and collect game aspect. You can raid once a day for free. So anyone who has a common character, can technically start raiding straight away for nothing. And then the price increments slowly, but you should be earning tokens when you play as well. But I'll just show you the staking. So you have NFTs from both collections. Hopefully this loads.
Cool.
And then your crypto debt should automatically stake, but Tales of the Crypto you'll have to manually stake yourself. It's making a mockery of me now, but I'll come back to it shortly if it doesn't load. You can stake all your NFTs from TOTC. You can stake a few of them from Crypto Dead. Not all of them are stakeable because they're obviously used in the game as well, and there's a lot of like custody switching between raids and stuff like that. So you can go to scavenging, and this is something we implemented early on. This was something I can't do it now because I've done it today already. You can just do it once a day, and it's just a way to earn a small amount of rads and zomb, but it's the only way to earn eggs. And eggs are your little companion / pet that are used in the game. So people have to log on to this. You have to be whitelisted for it. You have to log on to this and click scavenge, and then you might get an egg. And if you get an egg, you need an incubator. And if you have an incubator, you combine the two, and you get a little companion, which I'll show you again what they look like shortly.
Yeah, that's interesting. A little companion, huh? A little pet.
Kind of, yeah. And we have plans to use those companion pets in the next step of our game whenever we get that sorted, which would be all I'll say now is kind of like a 2D game with your character and your pets. So let me just show you them now.
Okay, cool. It's the best feeling when you find an egg from scavenging, says OP. Oh, that's cool. What kind of percentage might you get an egg if you're only doing it one day? Like, what's the odds of getting an egg?
What are the latest odds, Mob? Is it one in?
I don't remember actually. It's a while since we changed the setting.
I think it's 1 in 1,000, but I could be wrong from memory.
1 in 1,000?
I think it's higher than that. I don't recall the exact.
Oh, so when people scavenge,
I mean the chance of getting it is higher than 1 to 1,000.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
But the percentage is quite low because we have a lot of players trying to catch it. So
yeah, so
we don't want to inflate.
You're saying when you scavenge once a day, usually you never get anything, but then rarely you might get an egg. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah. But there is a certain amount of RNG involved. So some people are lucky and catch 2 a week or something.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Do you get anything else for scavenging, or is it only to try to find the egg?
Well, it's a faucet, so you get a little bit of rats also from scavenging.
Okay, cool. So it's not complete waste. You can earn a little bit, and then very rare to get an egg. OP says he got 2 so far. All right, very cool to know.
Yeah, these are the companions. So far we've got Herbies and we've got Mushies, and we've got another one coming out soon. And they're basically the Mushies were the first ones, and they're fungal. So the fungal ones will decrease the time between raids. And then we've got Herbies. The Herbies increase your NFT chance, and we've got the next one coming out, which is a mineral / rock, which will increase your token chance. And then we'll have one more companion after that, and that will do a different effect, which is kind of like a combo.
Cool.
So yeah, that's them anyway. If you look closely, there's the Mushy.
So yeah, so it's a staking game, which there might be more still, but it's mostly staking and doing runs or raids, and then your NFTs can give you some benefits depending on which one you have.
Yeah, so this is the game now. Let's hope that the APIs aren't playing up and it loads for us, and if not, we'll just
it's fine. If not, just explain. Yeah, it's all good. Shouts to Skunky Chunks. I see you in the chat. Shouts.
Hello, mate. You okay? I watched the other video. That was my impression. I'm sorry.
Nice.
So this is the main page here, as you can see. It's another computer. We've added our own music, which I won't play because it's extremely loud and obnoxious, but other people can if they want to.
I heard that.
We made our own music. It took 76 minutes, and we've got space for ads for anyone who's interested. And we click to begin, and we choose our endpoints. I tend to go for pink.gg as my first choice, and then I just kind of play around after that. So we log in and just refresh to get it loaded. So you're faced with this screen, like I said, very old 90s style graphics, or even late 80s.
Retro.
Retro. So you can go to the exchange. By the way, Mob, chip in if I've missed something. You can go to the exchange and you can deposit rads. If you say, for example, you got them through tip.cc or Taco Swap, and you can withdraw them as well. You can do the same with Zomb, which is our premium one, and you've got an inventory for your characters, your companions, your weapons, and your commanders. So at the moment, we've got 4 commanders, and they're kind of like a mixture of different collections, representatives. I'll show you, talk about more of that later. We've got lands, so I've got a few lands here, and they earn, if you look there, they earn a percentage of people's fees for raiding on your land. So if someone chooses a reborn land with specific like set of variables, that'll be randomized amongst all people who have the reborn land with those variables, and then if it lands on yours by RNG, you'll get a split of their fee, and that's how you earn with your land. There's other ways to earn as well. So if you own land, you'll get airdropped. Soon you'll be getting airdropped land packs, which are just for landowners.
Cool.
What did I say? Inventory.
Inventory.
I'm from Liverpool. You know, it's an Irish, Welsh, English.
I love it. Well, Skunky Chunk is Irish. He ought to know.
Yeah, it's Irish, Welsh, and Norwegian Scouts apparently. Kind of like an amalgamation of immigrants from the 1800s and stuff. Anyway, so you would add your characters here. So you'd go to unstaked if you didn't have any staked, which I might have some that are unstaked. So, and then I would just register, and then they'd be in the game ready. And these are all the characters here. And then we go to the raid screen. So have I got any active? No. So we go to raid and we start a new raid. Okay, so it's a bit confusing at first potentially, but if you see up the top here, it says 8 out of 50. So you've got 50 raids you can do in a day. If you're minted and you've got bajillions and bajillions of rads, you can do multiple. I've done 8 today, as you can see, and price over here will go up each time, and you can choose a boost if you have boosts. Each one is specific to the faction. So the Vial is for the Reborn, that's their logo.
Okay.
Stroganoff is a multi-faction one. No boost. Berserker is an energy drink for the hunters, and Bloods is like a blood pack for the zombies. Sorry, one sec. So you can click character. Sorry, the sounds split out on mine, so I was wondering if I crashed then. Am I still here? Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, right. Click character, and then you would select whichever one you want. So some of these may be known to people, some of them may not. We've got Sammy Scourge, which is Sammy Snake. We've got Van Damned, which is Van, who seems to be around a lot of collections. We've got me. So for this, we'll click me. So there's my character ready to go.
Okay.
And then...
And it's an epic character. That's why it has this color.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a character and a weapon.
So I'll choose a weapon next. So for this one, I'll be throwing my turd around. So there's my muck chuck. Let me just take the boost off because I don't have any boosts on my account at the moment. a commander. So we get a commander. This is actually Ultra Rare's mascot, Creepo. He was made into a commander with people's votes. And companion, which I don't have at the moment because I gave mine away on our raffle spin. You then choose the land that you want, which is like I said earlier. If I choose zombie, I'm pretty safe. I'm not gonna die in the raid, if you know what I mean. But I'm very unlikely to come back with anything good because all the zombies have been there and got them already. Okay. If I go to hunter, it's gonna be very, very easy. Because the hunters are very susceptible to the virus from the zombies. So if you go here, it's very easy. You've got a high chance of surviving, but you've got a low chance of getting whatever you choose on this land type. So if I choose NFT heavy, he's going to be out there looking for NFTs. His weapon allows him to get NFTs, and his commander massively increases the chances of getting it.
So depending on what land you're going to, what items you have, what character you have, you're going to get different results based on those. And you have to hold those NFTs, right? One of each of those things?
Yeah. And then with Reborn, it's the opposite. So in the story, the Reborn are super powerful to the zombies. It's like a rock, paper, scissors. The hunters are good. The hunters are good against the Reborn. The Reborn are good against the zombies, etc. So if I went, I like to choose this option sometimes. So I'll choose Reborn, and I will choose NFT heavy or equal usually, or zombie heavy, and the chances are much lower now. You still got a good chance to succeed, but you've got a much you've still got a higher chance of losing compared to these other lands based on the rock paper scissors, and then you'll get your yield. So let's just go equal split Reborn land. There's my weapon. The only thing I haven't got is my companion and my boost. You begin the raid, and then once it's loaded, you'll get a little picture here. So successfully started raid. That's actually an amalgamation of Liverpool, where we're from. That's like a big building. And then it's done. You can add as many as you want, as long as you have those characters. And the active raid is live, and you just wait until it comes up, and then we're done. And then if you do get an NFT, you can claim them in the Rad Rocks, which I don't have.
How long would it take before the raid's done?
About 2 hours.
Okay.
And then if you fail, though, if you die, it'll tell you in 10 minutes that you've died, and you can claim your character. And then finally, we've got the shop. So this is Mob as a zombie.
Oh, nice.
And this is our store. So if you see here, you can buy extractor packs, which are the staking packs for Rads or Zomb. You can buy starter packs for Rads or Zomb. And if you buy the Reborn pack, you get a character and a weapon, and it's the same for each one, but they're faction specific. We've got items, so you can buy the blood cloth, which allows you to blend some of our special NFTs. You can buy any of these boosters as well. They're a little bit expensive in Rads, but they get airdropped to people who hold that other NFT I showed you earlier. You can buy art, which is only available in our store, and it's just lore art. So it's pictures of the world of CryptoDead. So different parts of the story are available in art, and we sell like a Polaroid, 50 in total, and we sell a 1/1, and the 1/1 sold out on that one.
Awesome. All sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, if I think about the blending, Pulpo, we should maybe highlight that you can actually start out with common character and a common weapon, and then blend everything up until epics. Yeah, it takes a while, but it's a possibility. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So let me
blending lower rarities to the higher rarities.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me load it up here. We've got so on Nifty blocks you can like Mob just said, you can blend an epic character with multiple uncommon rare ones. You can blend a rare one with multiple uncommon ones, and that applies for all of the characters and all of the weapons.
Awesome. Love that option.
So if you only have commons, you might not you'll eventually get better ones.
Yeah, so when you're pulling packs, which Agent K said he pulled an epic reborn. Reborn is the cool ones to get. Is that what people want, or are they more like equal? Hunter, zombie, reborn, and
I think it's equal. I think there's.
Okay.
I was surprised that there was many more hunters fans, because I'm one of these people that subscribe to the idea that I don't play fantasy games or any games to be myself. I tend to be completely different. Like in World of Warcraft, I tend to be a gnome as much as I can and just be completely tiny and unlike me. But I get why people also choose humans. I just don't ever.
Yeah. Reborn. Just also, I like the look of it, but just the thought of it was a zombie and now it got back, and I like the concept. But your packs will get like in most packs, you're gonna get random RG pulls. But better chance of commons. But then if you just keep getting commons and stuff, and your RNG is not in your favor, and you keep stacking them up, go to the blends and start blending things together and get your better ones. I like that you include that option. It's really nice for collectors.
Yep, and then that's pretty much where we're at.
Awesome. So you got your raid. Any other games or anything else to show beyond the raid?
Yeah, we've got a 2D game in the making en route in the next couple of months. We did plan to have it a little bit earlier, but it's been put back slightly because Boona's child is just born. Mine is being born in a month and a half, and I feel like
Congrats.
things will slow down a little bit, and then back on track, and then.
Congrats and good luck.
Thank you.
New papa. Is that your first or no?
Second.
All right. Awesome. Well, the community certainly is going to be supportive, I'm sure, and they'll probably want you, if you stream a lot, they're going to want to see the bebe on the stream, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just leave them on stream.
Actually, Boona has had his child on the stream last week, so
Nice.
Scream.
Nice. Anybody got any questions? This was a very quick overview, but I love how you have so much art, and it's very cool art. It's retro style, and then you're using the utility on it inside the game. You have the 2 tokens. Can you explain a little of the difference between them? Do you earn them in different ways, spend them in different ways?
Yeah, so you spend your ads, these guys, and you can then go on your raid. You can also use them in the store, and you can use Zomb as well in the store. It's just Zomb is the premium item that you're going to get from your raids. It's the premium token you're going to get from your raids. Rads is attainable via staking our NFTs. You won't get Zomb from staking, you'll only get Rads. Okay. And you'll get Zomb from playing the game.
Okay. So you get one from staking, one from the raids, you mean, right? Game? Yeah, so people who own lands will get a split of Rads as well. But yes, the premium is the Zomb, and the Zomb is what's going to get you the good items in the shop, for example. Cool. So it's like that's like your dollars, and the other one's like dimes.
Yeah.
Tell them about boosters, says the Agent K.
So yeah, like as I was saying earlier, if you own, I'll get the art up. It'll be clear on here. If you own the Dead Visitor, which is the Rotten Caravan, you will be airdropped the packs basically, but they're called Rotten Supply Crates. So the Rotten Supply Crate
nice.
will be dropped on your head in the game, metaphorically, like and you will then have boosters. So I'm trying to load up the boosters now if I can find them. There we go.
Well, so, you can also buy them in the store, but not the multi-faction booster. That one is exclusive to the Rotten.
This one
crate or what's called
Some food, can of food.
So the Rotten Caravan's grotesquely good mushroom stroganoff. It's kind of like someone, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're packaging these mushrooms that have been infected for ages now, and this is boosting everyone in a good way. And you can use that, and that'll give you a massive boost to getting your NFTs and your Zomb. Some people are getting the maximum amount of Zomb when they're using these, so they are useful. They're just a lot rarer, obviously.
Cool.
And then you've got different ones. So you've got the Vial for the Reborn, and
Oh,
you've
that's
got
pretty.
and the Berserker
Looks like
energy
an
drink.
energy drink. Yeah, cool.
Stupid humans, and then
Hey, am I
and then the
right?
Bloodbath.
Am I right, guys?
And yeah,
You gotta have it to survive, especially when there's zombies running around.
so these are the eggs, and the cold fleshy eggs, and anything that they're similar to is a pure coincidence. But the cold fleshy eggs, and they hatch into little
What do
little.
yeah? What are some of your companions look like? Your little pets.
So this is these dudes. So that's Hairy.
Oh.
He's a mutated plant.
Okay.
He-
You got a little mutated plant as a little buddy to chill with you. Mutated
yeah.
plant
So,
dog.
and
This one
we've
gives
got-
a boost to NFTs, so you get a higher chance of getting an NFT with this one.
yeah, and this is the mushy. The mushy gives you a faster recharge time between raids.
Okay, so they all get you different benefits. Oh,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
Yeah, there's only 2 available at the moment. I can't find any of the epic ones though.
Okay.
Sorry, the twins. There's mushy twins. There we go. If you want to pay 120,000
oh
wax,
my goodness!
you can get one.
Good luck.
And there they are. They're the mushy twins. So,
Wow, cool.
oops.
Do all those zombies play it in your raids? Like, would Breakman be a character in the game?
No, Breakman will earn you rads to play in the game, but it'll just be one of our stakens. But we're gonna make the 5 combination blend at the end special. We'll make it good.
Okay.
It's gonna be a pretty epic looking piece of art.
I'm stoked about it. The Zomics, are they different? Can you stake the Zomics in there too?
The Zomics again are a collaboration staker. I'll show you them.
Cool. Anybody got questions, throw them in the chat. We are going to move to Grubfish again soon. And then there'll still be one more section afterward for any last questions and looks. But this is really cool. A lot of really cool retro. I'm saying cool a lot. But it is. Really cool retro artwork, zombie theme. Any zombie lovers out there should really like this collection. Especially if you like the comics too and art. So yeah, so look like that Waffles Kitty one real quick. Up. There's an example. She's helping to organize this NFTopia. And just like that, you get zombified. And my full version, I'm not the Zomics, but I'll have a zombie Breakman version. And the full version will drop on Sunday during the event, during the NFTopia event over at the booth. Tales of the Crypto booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool. There's a new companion coming, right? Says Agent K.
There is a new one, yeah. It's the rock. So he's going to be a rock themed one.
A rock themed one. A mutated rock.
Like a mineral, yeah.
Okay, cool. He says when?
That's
for you to find out.
In the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Okay, cool.
But Agent K wants it now, so.
He wants it now. He's ready. Yeah. You gotta get your egg for that, right?
Yeah, you need to have
he
an
needs
egg.
an egg and then one of the incubators once it gets available.
You need an egg and an incubator. So is the companion you get from an egg gonna be random, or is it gonna be the newest one whenever you get new eggs?
So you blend the egg and the incubator that we will make available, and you'll get one of the new ones at a random rarity.
One of the new ones. Okay, but not all of them. Okay, cool.
One egg gives you one NFT, but the packs will have a chance at having a special incubator in, and that special incubator will have a higher chance of getting the epics.
Awesome. New incubator equals new companion. We're waiting. What is you and Mob's favorite zombie movies and shows? I guess there's only a couple shows, but zombie films. You got any?
I like Brain Dead.
I like Train to Busan.
Train to Busan is really good.
Okay, are those more
serious
obscure ones? Because you know, when people are asked that, oh, you know, I like The Walking Dead and the 28 Days Later and the popular ones.
Walking Dead is amazing, and 28 Days Later is amazing, but Brain Dead is like a 1990s film by Peter Jackson before he went Lord of the Rings and stuff. It's really good.
Very nice.
It's funny. And Train to Busan is Mob's favorite. I'll let him explain if you want.
Well, it's the zombies, so I don't think there's so much to explain. It's just a massive amount of zombies. Yeah.
That's cool. I've never been like a horror fan, but I was connected with zombie content. I don't know why. Probably because I played Resident Evil a lot when I was younger. I don't really play games no more. I used to play Resident Evil, and I like that games, and I like those movies. So
yeah,
I like Walking Dead, but I like the first 5 seasons, and I kind of fell off of that one. But this new show, The Last of Us, any zombie fans, it's on HBO, and it's got mad good reviews, and the pilot was incredible. So hopefully that's going to be a really cool zombie show.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Let's do a Grubfish, and we'll still do one more section right after this if you want to show anything extra or explain anything more or answer anything else. And I'm going to turn the screen share off for now. We are at NFTopia. As you see, we're at the fishing pond. You're able to come in here and fish. Basically, you just point and click, and then a button that says catch will pop up, and you got to hit that catch button. Then it'll have some RNG that'll show your fish size, and it'll go on the leaderboard. And the biggest fish catcher at the end of the stream, even though these ones were caught earlier this week, we'll just roll with this. So whoever can manage to get 2.24, that's the highest, that's the biggest fish you can get in here. So if you can get 2.24 by sitting in here and doing it via RNG, you'll get a nice prize. Keep in mind that this I've mentioned earlier, but NFTopia is currently migrating some updates, and you can't communicate inside the con right now, but they'll have it updated by tomorrow. So that's why I can't speak with anybody here. I see Waffles Kitty's in here. She made it in here, so maybe she's watching the stream. But anyway, anybody's welcome to come in here and do that if you want. And tomorrow is when all the festivities will really happen. All right, we got 47 in the grubs. Very cool. Last chance to get in here, and we're gonna do 2 more raffle tickets. 2 raffle tickets. These ones, once again, will provide you an entry into the weekly, a weekly wheel on their stream throughout all of January. So for the rest of January, which, well, because it's only going to be, when is your weekly stream? What day?
Wednesdays.
So you'll still get an entry for Wednesday. And then I think the following the next month, but that's what these things are. Are there any uses to the tickets after the month is over? Can you blend it into anything?
Yeah, you blend them into the next one. You get a blend 5 down for 1.
Okay, there you go. So you can keep a hold of it after the month, and you can keep collecting. And if you get multiple of them, then you can blend them into another month and keep the raffle tickets going. All right, very cool. 52 in here. All right. Thank y'all for being here. It's gonna be a heck of a weekend, y'all. A heck of a weekend. After I sign the interview off, I'm gonna explain a little bit about what we're doing and the events. But absolutely stacked weekend. I hope to see everybody here at NFTopia starting tomorrow through Sunday. I'm gonna be facilitating the events. I'm gonna be not sleeping very much at all, but I absolutely love this. This is so fun. And I'm so happy that we managed to get this event and this convention back. Hopefully regularly from now on as well. All right, so let's go ahead and turn our faces off. And this is for those raffle tickets. This will be first, and let's make it 40th. 54 people in here. First and 40th. Get a raffle ticket. The biggest exploder gets a pack of 1 promo. That's all it'll be for that one. We'll have more prizes there here in just a bit. And more grubfish. A grubfish! Shouts to CritterCraft, right, guys? CritterCraft is a wax collection, and he made this game. And I've been playing grubfish since I started streaming. Very, very cool. All right, here we go. Boom skis. A good of luck. Explode if you dare. Here they come. Pop, pop. Ooh. Whoever just did that, I think is going to be a winner. You just took out the entire board. Not the entire board. You just took out half the board. Very well done. Boom! Give 13th a common character. I'll send it to the winner, says Agent K. Alright, since it's not over yet, let's go ahead and do that too. A common character. Very cool. Thank you, Agent K, for the dono. Thank you. So, 13th place on this one, and I'm going to mark it right here, right now, so I'll remember. 13th place will get a common character supplied by Agent K. A good of luck. All right. Thank you, Agent K. Very cool. Cool to see you in here, too. Agent K is part of non-fungible lottery and moon mining. And we will also have an event at NFTopia in a booth. So shouts. We will have an event, an AMA event with moon mining, and that'll happen in the weekend. All right.
He's on our stream most weeks now.
Oh, okay, great. Skunky Chunk's in the house too, another streamer with a booth. We got some creators in the house. Thank you all for being here. Pennybags, you won earlier. How did you do it again? The RNG is in your favor, or you're just doing those commands right. So there you go. Pennybags, you will get a raffle ticket. And then Nicotronic is 13th. Nicotronic, you will get a common character supplied by Agent K. Yeah, Nicotronic. So if you don't have his wallet, I'll get it to you, but I assume you already know him. Great. And then 40th place, which I have up here in my list, and that's going to go to Crypto Foxy. Crypto Foxy, you got a raffle ticket. And then let's see what we got here. Oh my god, that might be the most kills we've seen. Is that the most grub kills we've ever seen? 25? Las Vegas Sape, you killed. Literally, you killed those grubs so hard. You just mashed them right into the ground. You're going to get a pack of 1 promo for doing that. Props to using the resize and the explode at the right time on that. That's the only way to kill that many. You have to resize large and then explode at the right time. So, and they have to be back to back, because when you resize, you get small again pretty quick. So it's like, resize, explode. All right. The grub is back open. We are at NFTopia. Once again, we can't communicate until the updates, but you are able to fish in here. Everyone is welcome to do that. No worries on the setting the wallet. If it's not working, I'll whisper you if you win, and if I don't have it. All right? That's just that's grubfish doing that. It's no problem. All right, I'm going to bring our stuff back. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to bring your screen share back. And then whatever you want to still look at now, anything at all. You want to look at more art or explain anything further? Mob is still in the audio. I appreciate you piping in a little bit now and then. If you had any other thoughts too, now's the time to do it. We still have some time, so no worries on that. Anybody in the chat, if you got some questions, throw them in the chat. Or if you just want to look at more art, that'd be cool too.
Anything that you think I've missed, Mob? Because I tend to speak very, very fast and miss about 96% of content.
Key to the crypto altar, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Key to the Crypto and the Altar, both of which are premium NFTs. Key to the Crypto will get you a 30-minute early access to a drop, and it'll give you a 10% discount on all packs.
Oh, nice.
So when we've got, you know, bigger packs for sale or important packs like incubators for the eggs, for example, there's always a chance to like get a quick look in. The altar as well. I'll try and load that up now. So we've got the Key to the Crypto is a premium. By the way, there's a lot of NFTs that will link to our Discord and give you special access. We've got about 10 different special rooms. Key is one of them. And you just get special drops in that room alone. You won't get them in the main chat. So the Crypto Deads. Let me just load the altar up. That should have worked. No. Okay, so try and find it. We've got so many different schemas.
Yeah. When did the collection start? How old is it?
April 21.
Okay. Cool. Almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's gone really quick. It's ridiculous.
Still at it through the bear. That's always lovely. The community too. Community still at it through the bear market. Love that.
We're still going strong. We're still creating our content for as long as people want it, and for as long as our community want us here. We're here. The altar. So it's another special one that was.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's an altar of corpses, and this is also a premium NFT in the sense that it'll give you special airdrop. Once it used to be once a month, but we've changed it to a little bit slower than that, but with a more premium NFT. So with a higher staking value.
Awesome.
So yeah, the latest one was actually a crypto horror, which is kind of originally crypto horrors were built on like urban legends. So urban legends or monsters from like folklore, people, and we'd have the characters vote on different monsters from their region or whatever, like Jenny Greenteeth. Jenny Greenteeth's a one local to my area, and we were told as kids if you go too close to the canals underneath the pond duckweed, there's Jenny Greenteeth, and she pulls you in and eats your face.
Nice.
So, and that's terrifying. Did you ever see the film Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry?
I don't think so.
There's Meg Mucklebones in that, the big green monster. She's based on Jenny Greenteeth. But we've done Crypto Horror free, and this is the one that was dropped this month. Altar, and anyone who had an altar and a key got a water baby dropped to them, which is a premium NFT, which stakes for a higher level of rads per day.
Cool. All these collectibles. Does the collection stake in Wombat? And will it be? If not?
No, we have considered it in the past, but because it's non-custodial, it would affect our own staking.
It would. I was just thinking that when I saw the question. If you stake in Wombat, you can't stake in your game. Which the users would be able to choose, but if they use custodial wallets, you'd be able to stake in Wombat and also stake in the game, which, by the way, WAXDAO is testing. So that's cool. Do you use WAXDAO at all? You probably not, because you have your own staking.
Yeah, no, I don't. But that sounds quite interesting, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It was something that we were considering, because in the end, if people want to go that route instead of our staking platform, there's no harm in that. That's perfectly fine. It's just, you know, a list as long as my leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. For Wombat, you would have to apply, and then it'll take time after the applying. But just so you guys know, if you don't know. But you have all that utility in the staking on your game, on your site, so it makes sense that you're focusing on that. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, we're totally open to stuff as well. We're not limited by like limiting ourselves just because for the sake of it. If the community want things, then we listen.
Yeah, there you go. If the community wants things, we listen. That's exactly right. So.
So we've done other things as well. We've done torso t-shirts, which was a good one. People could bid for a t-shirt NFT, and then they would get that NFT sent out, which is done. Someone did buy that, and there's an actual real life NFT t-shirt with the NFT on it. So that's another thing we've done. We've kind of make real life merchandise.
Cool.
But it's not here. Yeah. So
did you talk about the immortalizer?
Yes. So every character is a collector.
No, I mean the one that can be bought by players.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
so...
Quick note from Agent K. So Wombat released their lands, and owners of the lands can choose who stakes in their land. So he says Crew Tunes owns 9 Wombat Genesis lands. Woo! And Tails will be usable there if you choose to, because we love them. So there you go.
Oh,
that actually,
nice?
whenever if that's already wimplemented, I don't know, but whenever it is, that would actually cut down the approval process because the owners of the lands are choosing instead of Wombat. So that is an interesting system there.
Oh, look at Agent K. He loves us. But yeah. But thanks, mate. Yeah. So, as Mob just said, there's the Immortalizer here as well. If you can see, it's worth 25,000 zoms. So, in terms of our currency, it's not cheap. But the person who buys this, and there's none available because we do it in real time. So this was bought about 2 weeks ago, and it's currently being created. And the person sends us a picture of themselves or an avatar if they don't want to dox themselves, whatever. And we make them into a super one-of-one NFT. It can be any member of the community who wants. If they want this of themselves, we'll make that one-of-one for them. One's in the process of being made. Once that's done, we'll put another one up.
Oh wow! Well, that's cool. That's a cool service.
Yeah,
I like that. Would those one-on-ones have a super utility or anything in the game, or is it mainly collectible?
It's collectible and it stakes. I mean, we're not against new ideas, but we've got our own mini DAO in the Discord, and we like to put ideas to them once we've come up with ideas and get decisions made. And
great.
There's no harm in people bringing stuff up in the DAO for us and us to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Great. So you heard it here. Join the Discord if you want to be involved. You can actually be involved with the feedback. This is like everyone I interview here. I love it. All these wax projects. That is what they do. They're people just like the community. They love the work. They love the users. I'm the same way. And we listen to you guys and what you want out of the collection, and then we'll do it because that's how you grow together and make something that people like. So
Yep.
I love that. And you actually have a system with a DAO too, like an actual DAO system to make decisions.
So we will give ideas and votes, and if those votes go through, we'll implement them.
Cool.
And yeah.
Very, very awesome. Any other last questions before we sign them off? We've been on for going on almost 2 hours. Or do you have anything more you want to look at? Any more art or anything like that?
I think we've covered everything without, just going over lots and lots and lots of templates. Feel free to check on our stuff and join our Discord.
Feel free to go to the collection, Tales of the Crypto on Atomic Hub, hit templates, and just start scrolling. Look at schemas, click schemas, look at templates, and you can see all the different little arts and different things. If you're interested in seeing all that stuff without him just looking through it here, all of it is really cool. I mean, it's really retro artistic work. It's not, you have an actual artist doing it, and the ones that are the zombies that are based around real people, they look like the real people. They're like caricatures. I like it. Like, I didn't know how I would end up. I had no clue. I gave him a little pose, but I like it, and I'm excited to see what the final version will be. We still don't have the final version, but I like the way my face looks. If you know me, I think the eyes look like me. They kind of identify me. So it's so exciting. I think it's so cool to have a Breakman, the puzzle zombie, And that will be our hot topic during the event on Sunday. So that's when it will drop. That's when we'll look at it. That's when we'll give one away. And it'll be centered around that drop at that time. All right? Exciting to hear all that's going on at Tales of the Crypto. Exactly, yeah. Wonderful creator and community in Wax. And like we said earlier, part of NFTopia. I'm sure for the long run, you've been in Digicons in the past. I'm sure everyone that we put on, you'll have a booth. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I don't know how often we'll do them, but we'll figure that out. It might be just as regular. It might be. We'll see how successful this weekend is. I think it will be successful. We're completely jam-packed full of events. We just need people to show up. So it'll be great. I'm going to go ahead and sign you off. Now, I'm going to continue for everybody watching. I'm going to continue on the stream for numerous more grubfish in a row. But Mr. Pulpopish, how'd you get that name? Answer that one.
Pulpo is related to what we used to like to eat when my child was in utero, and my first child. And Pish was a misspelling of my surname when my very first job. And my boss called me Pisherons for the first week before I corrected him that wasn't actually my name. So I kept to that. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's like a nickname with some personal value to it. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
And then Mob over there in audio with us. Do you guys have any last words for the fam? Any last words?
Oh, I don't have any last words. I would encourage everybody to check out the collection. And then thank everybody for joining today.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and I've had fun, and I look forward to Sunday. To be honest, we got a special drop coming up as well, which I'm sure you'll talk about at some point, and the Sunday drop as well. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, we have the puzzle piece drop. Yeah, I will look at that here in just a bit. Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
all right. Excellent. So with that, I'm going to sign you off, and we'll definitely see you at the con. And everybody on the stream, just stick around because we're going to continue. It's nice to see someone from the UK promoting NFTs. Hey, there's multiple people. There's creators in the UK, which I've interviewed here, and I think it's great.
Have you interviewed Ultra Rare at all?
No, Ultra Rare. No, I can name it. I can note that. I'm all about collabs. So currently we're booked up until March, but every week we have a new Wax collab. I'm all about new ones. Absolutely.
Yep.
Pulpo means octopus in Spanish? Okay.
Yeah, if it does, that's what I was saying. We used to, it was a food that we ate a lot of during my.
Oh, okay, that's the food. Okay, interesting.
Plus the child looked like an octopus on the scan.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Anyway,
thanks, guys. Great interview, says Samarian. All right, great. So you guys have a great day.
Okay, bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, y'all.